a different type of story, which I enjoyed. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Green Lantern Emerald Knights. This movie came out in 2011. Again, it's on YouTube. You're trying to watch it with ads. This is not a continuation of First Flight. First Flight came out 2009. This is 2011. And it's not the same universe because in the 2009 film, Sinestro becomes a bad guy, gets the yellow ring. He's still a Green Lantern in this movie. So it's not really a continuation. It doesn't matter which order you watch these movies in. Anyway, the movie opens with a Green Lantern. We're following her, and this thing comes out and starts attacking her from the sun. Turns out it's like antimatter, and it kills the lantern. So the ring comes back to Oa, and they're like, oh, what's going on? So the Guardians are giving them information like it's Krona, this shadow demon thing, and it's coming out of the sun. And is going to attack us, so we need to evacuate Oa and all of this. Hal is the Green Lantern. He's not the main focus of this particular story. It's like a anthology. It's like every so often we're getting a story told to us, and we get to see things in the past. So I can't remember the girl's name that Hal is talking to, but she looks nervous as they're going to power up their ring. So everybody's in line, just standing there waiting to get to the lantern to, do their thing. And the girl looks very nervous. And Hal's like, oh, you haven't heard the story of the first Green Lantern? And she's like, no, I didn't get that. He's like, oh, we always hear that first in school. So he breaks down the first story. So we get the flashback and we see the Guardians creating the rings. And the first four are chosen. 3 were warriors, but 1 was a scribe. I think his name was like Avra. And then they go into battle. It's not looking good. The warriors are scared. And then Avra's like, we got to believe the Guardians believed in us. And he makes like the first construct with the ring. Like before they was just going pew, 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 pew. And it wasn't working. They were getting their butts kicked. And then he makes a construct and like slices something in half. And then that inspires everybody else or whatever. And it's like, oh, that's a nice, cool backstory we get. So then, just it keeps going to present day. And you see the Green Lanterns flying off to somewhere. And Hal's like, you heard the story of such and such? And she's like, no. And then we see Kilowog as a rookie and what him and his team had to go through and their mentor and what he had to put them through and everything like that. And she's like, oh, wow, that's really interesting. And then we get another story about a different Green Lantern that happens to be a planet. That one is funny because the guy was trying to kill this particular Green Lantern, but he didn't know it was a planet. So that one was funny. And it was just like, we get 3 stories like that of how just, giving her a backstory of lanterns because she wasn't able to go to school because they're evacuating Oa. Eventually, we do get a big fight between Krona coming out the sun and like all these lanterns fighting and things like that. And the fight was all right. I enjoyed the storytelling aspect of this particular story. Just getting a little bit more information about other lanterns that we don't normally hear about. We get Stewart and we get Jordan. And I know Kilowog and we know Sinestro. But like we were getting some more information about these other people. And some of the stories were pretty funny and good. And they have action in them, which was also a good thing. And you see the differences in the lanterns and how they use their abilities. It was cool. By the time it ended, I was like, all right, that's good. And the woman, the girl that's talking to Hal the whole time, she gets her moment to shine in this particular story at the end of it, which was good. It was not all about Hal and Sinestro and whatever they're going through, but it was focused on her and her learning about the lanterns and discovering her power because, again, this was like her first real big battle and, she came out on top. Good movie. I was skipping all the lantern movies, but watching these 3, Beware My Power, First Flight, and this one, I'm like, Green Lantern has some solid movies. They all very different, which I like. So Green Lantern, Emerald Knights, check it out. It's a good time. Have you watched this movie? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.